It's 5 p.m.
All right, quiet on the set.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're live. Let's start the party.
Broadcasting around the world.
OurBroadcastLink.com.
This is your number one internet station. The music you love right here, right now.
OurBroadcastLink.com.
It's another live broadcast. Now your hosts, Rob and Jerry.
Hey, well, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. It's all good because you guys are here with us and we're here with you on Polkas After Dark, live on Facebook and also YouTube, yeah. Hey, we also want to remind you guys, if you are having any stuttering video or any kind of speeding up or slowing down of the music, head on over to youtube.com, type in that search Polkas After Dark, and click on the live button. Also, don't forget to... You okay?
We're live.
Yeah, okay.
It flashes.
All right.
When we're live. Come on, that was me flashing.
Oh, it flashes. Okay.
Never mind.
Oh, that's right.
Forget it.
Don't be flashing people. Jeez.
That was...
Aaron Slivinski's going to be joining us.
That was my idea of flash.
Aaron Slivinski's going to be joining us.
So
Don't flash
exciting.
anybody. Jeez, a whiz.
We got our favorite chits on today.
Yeah. Because Aaron Slivinski is the leader of the DVSTA, also known as Dinah versus Sticktonaires, 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 Dinah versus Sticktonaires. That's the name of the band. Hey! All right. I think he's got his shirt on too. We're not doing a video,
so.
but we're going to have a lot of fun with him anyhow. That's a guarantee. Hey, we got a lot of people in here already. Look at this. Vincent Marie Cisnowski, Ivan Mayers is tuned in, Mark Komar, Linda Petrozeski, Linda P. from Niagara Falls, New York, Roger Malinowski, everybody's favorite drummer out in Chicago, Illinois. He actually taught every polka drummer, how to play. I know he's very, very modest, but you did, Raj. Hey, also, Chris Ebel is joining us. Johnny Mikos, hello to you, sir. Hey, that lady's on again. That lady that's going to be watching what you drink. You want to show her what you're having today?
I have just water today.
Okay, all right, that's good.
We won't say that it's all vodka, but
Oh, boy.
I haven't opened it yet. Here we go.
Arlene Govroitsky, she's joining us. Let's see. Chris Curtis and Sandy. Dan Earl is here. Dave Slavinsky is here. Hello, David. And let's see. Dave Maguda and Julie. Also, Linthal is here. Gail Vojtovich. Vanessa Nemchek, thank you so much for joining us. Kathleen Juba and Bev Ceremet. Hey, we've got a very special beginning to this broadcast. This is one of my favorite songs that the DVSTA plays, and we decided to download this. I did contact Mr. Stan Makoviak, and he said, yeah, let's go ahead and give you the okay to do it. So here it is right now, kids.
play some of my favorite songs. Excitement fills the air for each you double and you dance. Party starts to start the party right. But halfway through the night, there's something quite not right. I haven't heard a single song I know. Why don't they play some Betty B or take me back to Polkas Street? Where all I love is to the light of day. Play me some Louis or some love, some Polish to give me a run. Take me back to Polkas Street. Play Henry Stubby and sound the new brass and the boys. The heart of all these dancers to my mind. Some things I change, but what they say is the same. And I love it when I play a song I know. Beautiful the stars. Asked to be the leader of their group. A young man says that he and me playing the clubs for free. Said there's one thing you can do for me. Why don't they play so many things and take me back to home free? Where all that love is to the violent stage. Maybe some Louis or some love, someone who give me a rush. Take me back to home and so let Henry Stubby and the sound of the last and the boys. Songs of all these bands fill my mind. Sometimes it might change, but one thing stays the same. And so I love it when I play a song I know. Woo!
Yeah, starting it off right with DVSTA. I love that song. I can't wait to ask Aaron where that song comes from because I've looked it up on the internet. I can't find who did it. And I don't know, that maybe an original of these guys. God only knows. I mean, they are definitely tuned to perfection. The guys, they're young. They're on their game, and it's just...
I love the way the kids get up on stage and they play along.
I was going to mention that,
They
it is...
are so cute.
Well, that's huge because, that's introducing the young kids to polka music early.
Yes, absolutely.
And who would have ever thought that a young band would decide to be able to create that? It's like, man... bands have been saying, how do we get the younger people involved? How do we get the younger people involved? That is amazing. Hey, we're talking about Aaron Slivinski. He's going to be joining us at about 5:30 Eastern Time. Hey, I hope you guys turned your clocks ahead last night before you went to bed, because if not, let's see, they would have tuned us in an hour early and we wouldn't have been here. That's right. Okay. Hey, we got another song by DVSTA. Dinah versus Sticktonaires, 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 Dinah versus Sticktonaires. That's the name of the band.
It's going to be a very long day.
Yeah, that's true. We haven't even got him on yet. I can't wait for this. Hey, here's one called Dirty Panties. Another tune by DVSTA. This was recorded live. No video, folks. Sorry. Hey, good evening to Alice Fischler. She joined us.
Moja matka do ciebie podkie piwo zawsze pije. Potem brązem na dziś zespać czekać do siedzi. Siódmej rana ona gacia zwróciła. Siódmej rana gacia zwróciła. 잘 부지 슈어이다나 온나가 just 부르지와 슈어이다나 가 just 부르지와
Oh, yeah, the DVSTA, a little bit of the dirty panties. We're going to send it out to, oh gosh, who else do we have here? This is crazy today. Dan Earl, we did say hello to him. Also, Dave Slivinski, everybody knows David. And let's see here, Vanessa Nemchuk, Kathy Juba. Let's see, Bev Saremet. Oh, I'm caught up. Here's Alice Fischler, David Korch, Amanda Mitak. She's here. Woohoo. Amanda's engaged to Aaron. Amanda's engaged to Aaron. Shh, don't tell anybody.
Okay.
Okay, good. Larry Birdsey and Patty are here. Sophie Irene, hello to you. Johnny Pilch, another classic drummer from the, oh gosh, who did he play with? He played with PCM. He played with Eddie Blazonczyk's Versatones for quite a long time. Let's see, who else do we have? Chuck Troiani. Also, Jackie Kozel. Hello to you, Jackie. Janice Kaczmarski, she's tuned in. Larry and Patty Birdsey once again. Jacob Yaroshinsky. And, of course, the Chip Check Merwins are here. Hi, Mike. Hi, Betty. Linda and Marty. Everybody here. Wow, I can't believe this. Erica Belanda McMaster. We're going to say hello to Fran Rosanna. David Desalares. Hello to you, David. Also, Eddie Gavran is here.
Wonderful.
Yeah, we're going to make sure that we mention that again. He was very nice to allow us to give some tickets away. Yesterday, we gave 2 sets of tickets away to the St. Stan's event, and that is going to be coming up on Dingus Day. There, you can see it right there in front of you. Just grab your glasses. If you're watching on the big screen TV, hey, all you got to do is just walk up to the screen a little bit, and you'll be able to see it. But if you're
That's
watching
always
it,
me.
but if you're watching it on your little phone, well, that's going to be a little bit of a problem. Hey, but April 1st, you're going to be entertained by John Gora and Gorale, Al Pietkowski, and his all-star band, and then PCM Polka Country Musicians. We're going to say hi to Jen and Ricky Pianowski. Carol Barron, happy birthday to you, Karen. Kathy Sargent is here. Kathy Scheck, holy smokes, haven't seen Kathy Scheck in eons. Bruce Michaels is here. Frankie Joe Daigle, we've got a great crowd here, folks, and you know why? It's probably because we're going to be talking live with Aaron Slivinski from the DVSTA. He, of course, is going to be here gracing us with his presence and his talents. I hate to say talents, gifts. These are all gifts that these musicians have. I'm sorry. Talents are something that the little kids have when they're dancing and up on stage and whatever. And you mentioned the kids. I can't wait to talk to Aaron about this to see how they got the kids involved. I mean, they not only are up there on stage, they're playing instruments and everything. But I digress. Who mentioned the movie that they did a great song?
Mike Catanzaro.
Mike Catanzaro. Okay, we are going to play this one for you, Mike. I think this is the song that you asked about. Here's one called Everybody Polka. Hey, hello to Bruce and Donna. Her last name isn't Michaels.
Everybody polka when you're feeling sad. Everybody polka, it will make you glad. Everybody polka, polka all day long. Everybody polka while you sing this song. Hey, doobie doobie doobie, doobie doobie da, doobie doobie doobie, doobie doobie da. Oh, doobie doobie doobie, doobie doobie da, doobie doobie doobie, da da da. Everybody polka, it's misunderstood. Everybody polka, it will give you wood. Everybody polka, polka for your life. Everybody polka, polka with my wife. No! Doobie, 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 da. Doobie, 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 da. Doobie, 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 da. Doobie, 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 da, da. Break it down, here we go. Oh, doobie, doobie, doobie. Look at her. Doobie, doobie, da. Doobie, 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 da. Doobie, 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 da. Doobie, doobie, doobie. All right, here we go. You can say I did it all. They wanted to see me fall. I've been locked behind the walls, but still I'm standing tall. Hoo-ha!
Hi, Polka After Dark fans. It's Keith Strauss and Polka Confetti, and we're giving you a personal invitation to join us on Monday, April the 1st, Dingus Day, at St. Gabriel's in Elba, New York. Bobby, what time does all the fun start?
It all starts at 11:30 with a Polish Mass hosted by Father Walter Grabowski and special delivery.
And Eddie Kutash from the Polish Villa restaurant will be serving food.
And not only will Confetti be there, also Tony's Polka Band will be there.
Also featured along with Polka Confetti will be the Buffalo's own New Direction Orchestra.
We hope to see you there.
And we'll be broadcasting live on the Polka Jammer Network. Mark Shepach and Sherry will be there as well. So, this is the most complete Dingus Day celebration in the Buffalo area on Monday, April the 1st, Dingus Day. For additional information, call 716-867-0370 and ask for Matt. That's 716-867-0370. We hope to see you Monday, Dingus Day. We'll see you there.
Oh yeah, you know that guy's crazy.
Great. That is great that they did that.
Great. Yeah, it's perfect. It fits right in. You know, we love playing the videos versus just setting up the flyers there, but we love when people do take the time to send us stuff like that. And
it was personalized.
It was personalized, exactly.
Which was very nice.
And
I'm sure Mark and Sherry are going to do a great job with
as
their
they
broadcast
always do,
from there.
As they always do, always with their remotes. Hey, here we go. We want to mention something else real quick. Here's Romo to tell you about some grub that he's got.
Hi, this is Paul Romanowski. If you're looking for good, authentic Polish and Italian sausage, then give me a call at Romo's Catering. We make true, authentic, fresh Polish and smoked Polish kielbasa, as well as mild and spicy Italian sausage. My uncle from Poland taught me how to make the sausage for our family, but now we've taken a step further and make it available to you. This is true, authentic Polska kielbasa and Italian sausage. All you have to do is give me a call, 704-989-1198. We're always taking orders. You can also email me at paul@romoscatering.com. Thank you, Robin and Jerry, for letting me share this with you and your listeners. If you would like kielbasa, we are taking orders now, and you'll have it in time for Easter, properly shipped to your door. Just call me, 704-989-1198. Thanks.
Yeah, we got to do something with that. That's a choppy video, and I don't know why. I thought maybe it was us doing something in the background before, but we didn't touch anything today, and it's breaking up, so maybe we get a hold of Romo and have him redo that reset. Hey, Polkas After Dark is what you're tuned to, kids. What?
I got some hellos to say.
Oh, okay, please do.
We have Jake Fortin with us in YouTube.
Jake.
It is awesome to see you. Mike Cottonzero with Amy and Nikita. We have Ashley Torres.
Ashley.
She's joined us. We have Carolyn Smith and Danny Roy. Raj Milanowski is with us.
Roger, we got to get him on an interview. He was
Well,
kind
he was
enough
kind
to
of- yeah, he
to
was-
type some stuff. So
Yeah.
what
he
is
played
that?
with Eddie B when he was 17, The Tones,
wow.
Dennis Motika, Good Times, Whitey, and Marion Lish. That'd be awesome to sit and talk with
Oh
him.
man,
Hello.
I would. You know, I've actually talked to him before, but never to bring him on. And you know,
Come on, Raj.
he's
We
got
need ya.
so much. I mean, if he comes on, we're going to have every drummer in the United States and Canada that plays polka music on.
Easily.
That would be probably our biggest broadcast. And you know, Roger, we do thank you ever so much for not only tuning us in all the time, but you know, your presence is awesome. But your talent and your gift is amazing. Hey, let's do 2 more songs here because I got to get a hold of Mr. Aaron Slivinski and bring him on here in just a couple of minutes. Here's one called the Dancing Girl Polka. Here's DVSTA. Hello to Barb Morose. She's down in Florida. Hey, Dolores Sendra is here as well.
Wesoła gra muzyka, muzyka, muzyka. Tańcowała dziewczynę od nocy do rana. Chodzi dziewczę tańcować, tańcować, tańcować. Każdy jak się buzi dać, choć ona chciała. Chodź dziewczę tańcować, tańcować, tańcować. Każdy jak się buzi dać, lecz go nie chciała. Nic się buci od ciebie, od ciebie, od ciebie. Bo inni go ja wolę, jego nie miała. Zagrała muzyka, muzyka, muzyka. Tańcowała dziewczyna od nocy do rana. Chodź dziewczę tańcować, tańcować, tańcować. Każdy jak się buzi dać, choć on nie chciała.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Some more great polka music by DVSTA on Polkas After Dark. You know, Carolyn Renee asked what was on the shirt. You sent her a picture
I did send
of
her
it.
a picture.
Well, let's tell her what it says. It says
Dinah
versus Stick-Tonaires, 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 Dinah versus Stick-Tonaires. That's the name of the band. Hey! There is the hey right there. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
the
can
hey's
see the
there.
hey at the bottom. Okay.
Hey.
Yeah, it's just like
With
I
3
said.
exclamation points.
Yeah, it's like real small, but you know, hey, so am I. I used to be
Used
small.
to be.
I used to be small.
Me too.
Jeez.
I pulled the shirt out and I'm going, ooh, it's only a large. I don't know if I'm going to fit into that.
Hey, Jim Wiggs is here. Hello to you and Kathy. Also, Janet Kurtz is joining us. Andrew Haverlick is here. Kevin Polarski. Looks like Gayla is joining us. Also, Andy Maguda. Hello to you, Andy. Let's see, who else do we have here? Kathy Vishneski Graves. Lisa and Greg Skovranik, they're joining us from the Ville, Connellsville. Okay, I'm going to get Aaron on the phone. I'm going to play one more tune here while we get him on the phone and get him situated. Here's another one by DVSTA, one called Mary's Wedding Polka.
Marysia piąteczki zbierała, szczątki czerwone. Marysia zbierała, Janek się weselny, dobrze cię chowała. Oni ho zabierze, pod kościołek mały, dzwonki będą dzwonić, dzwonki będą grali, oczy pobłogosławił, handel prowadzą, ci mały mortarzu, Marysia oddadzą. Roczek zadba, Marysiu kochana, będzie przyglądała białego goszana. Czym jest dzieci córkę, zmuszą jak balina, a jak są go prosi, oczy na bosyna.
Another fantastic tune by the DVSTA, which stands for Dinah versus Sticktonaires, 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 Dinah versus Sticktonaires. That's the name of the band. Hey, you know, we had a lot of fun with that, and we're going to have a lot of fun right now talking with Aaron Slivinski. Aaron, can you hear me?
Yep. Can you guys hear me?
Oh yeah, you are coming through perfect. Thank you so very much, and also thank you for taking the time to join us today on Polkas After Dark for a quick interview. And let me get your screens up. There we go. We snagged a couple of photos from some different things. We also have you and your lovely gal, Amanda. She is on some of these pictures. In some of these pictures, right now it looks like you're teaching Stephen Fuda how to dance. That's interesting. Oh boy, crazy stuff. Hey Aaron, once again, thanks for coming on Polkas After Dark. We extremely appreciate it. We know how valuable your time is on the weekends when you're not playing. And I'm going to start out by asking you the traditional first question. At what age were you, Aaron, when you heard your first polka?
So for me, I mean, it was, again, probably before I was even born. Funny story I like to tell was I was actually 2 weeks old, and my dad was playing with the Michigan Connection, alternating with the Dynatones at St. Stan's Festival in Bay City.
Oh, wow.
And
nice.
I got kicked out for being a minor.
Are you serious?
Yeah, my mom and I got kicked out. So that was probably my first live polka interaction, but I mean, I was, you know, I was brought right into it.
Nice, memorable occasion, huh? Jeez, a whiz! You go to support Dad, and it's like, well, we gotta go. Bye. Oh, holy smokes! Hey, and tell me, are drums the only instrument that you play, or do you play other things? Do you dabble with some other things?
Yeah, so drums have always been kind of my primary instrument. I do play some bass. I play a little bit of trumpet. I did in high school. I messed around with accordion and concertina, but really, aside from drums, the other primary instrument for me is the steel guitar. When I'm not playing polkas, I play in a country band out of Chicago, and fell in love with that instrument. I've been playing that about 5 years now. So.
Oh, I didn't know that. Tell us a little bit about that group before we go into some other stuff. Tell us about the band you're playing with out of Chicago.
Yeah, so the band name is Dry County Line. We're actually coming up on 10 years of being together. I've been with them since 2021, and it's just a classic country group. There's only a couple of them in Chicago, so it's kind of cool to be in that market. But yeah, I mean, I joined as a drummer, and I play about a third of the sets on steel guitar and have a great time with that. And it's something different. We actually do a lot of songs that Eddie and Lenny and guys like that cut, so it's kind of cool. The crossovers, a lot of Buck Owens.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's a great time, and really, something interesting with the steel guitar when I got into it. A lot of guitar players do that. Not a lot of drummers get into steel guitar, but the moving all four limbs thing was already so natural to me that I figured I'd give it a shot and having a great time with it.
Holy smokes, that's amazing. What other bands have you performed with, Aaron, besides DVSTA? And then I want to really focus on DVSTA.
Yeah, so I started out, and basically ever since the time I could walk, I was on stage with my grandpa, which is Marv Herzog.
Oh, yeah.
My dad was playing with him at the time, and they got me up there, and I got my first drum set when I was about 2.5, 3 years old. And really, just kind of took to it right away. By the time I was about 5, I was kind of sitting in with my grandpa and played my first couple of gigs with actually just my dad and my grandpa. We did a little bit of 3-piece stuff when I was about 7.
Oh, sweet.
And then there was a period of time when I was 8 and 9 where my grandpa was kind of in between drummers. So I filled in, was able to play some full gigs doing that. And that was kind of what really got things taken off for me. Fortunately, with the help of Kevin Adams, won the New Horizon Award from doing that, from playing full-time gigs at that age. And really, that's really kind of my earlier memories of really falling in love with polka music. Then after my grandpa passed away, I also played a few years full-time with my dad's band, the Dave Slivinski Band. And your guest last week, Chris Hedrich, was also in that band.
Yeah.
And then following that, I played for 5 years with the Dynabrass as well.
That's right. I remember that. We're going to have to get Dad on at some point, too, because he's got a lot of stories to tell with his polka music history. Hey, how did the Dyna versus... Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
No, that's only when you say DVSTA. I know.
Well, I'm going to have to ask him this anyhow. So just don't do it, okay?
Okay.
I'm asking you not to. Refrain, please. I'm going to publicly say this because Jerry and I talk a lot about the different bands out there. You guys probably heard that the Beat is our number 1 band. We love the Beat, but DVSTA is number 2 on our list. You guys are just fabulous. Every time you take the stage, you guys laugh, you joke around, and that's missed. That is missed from polka music. A lot of bands used to do that. Scrubby with the Dynatones used to do it a lot. And the people really get into the music when you guys do that. And now, before I ask you how the band got their name, okay, I do have to ask you this. What got you guys to get the little kids up on stage with instruments?
Really, just like the rest of us, the kids are just kind of born into it. Sophia, Steve's one of his younger daughters, who is about to be 4. She was born during COVID, and I remember playing with. Actually, when you guys were doing the USPA live broadcast, we did that as well from Steve's basement. And just from the time they were babies, they were around it. And it's the same thing for all of us. We were brought up on stage with bands that our families played in and stuff like that. And that's what kept us interested, right? If they would have just, kind of not brought us to gigs or pushed us off to the side, then we might not have had the same impact.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing with the kids. And, something that's really cool that I like doing is I'll set up the drum cases and let the kids bang on those. And
we saw that at USPA. Yep.
Yeah,
we did.
That's literally something we've all done. I grew up doing the same thing with Ralph Sabatini's drum cases. And it's so cool. It's such a full circle thing. And we're just doing our best to try to help keep things going by bringing these young kids into it, too.
And who is the little girl that plays accordion and looks up at Adam all the time?
Well, it could have been Sophia. It could also have been Clara, which is Adam's daughter.
Okay, probably Clara.
Yeah. Yep. So they, Adam and Steve both have 2 young kids now that are getting up on stage all the time, and and they're absolutely loving it. And that's what we're here for. It's really making things worth it for us too.
You hit the nail on the head. Do you mind if I ask you a personal question, and you don't have to tell me this? How old are you, Aaron?
I am 31.
31. Now, see, I didn't think you were that old. I thought you were a couple of years younger than that. And you do have a great job. I was Facebook stalking you earlier this week, as I always do for stuff, but we'll talk about that. Right now, I got to get into this because I slowly, my ADD kicks in and I'm all over the place on these interviews. How did the band Dinah versus Sticktonaires get their name?
So that's funny. We got together. We played our first official gig was just the USPA New Horizon Award winners band, kind of jam band. And shortly after that, we decided that we were going to put something together. And when we were trying to think of a band name, I believe it was actually Nick's idea, but it came from a polka show. I think it was called Polka Pontoon, and they did all kinds of spoofs on that show, and one of them was they would just mash up a bunch of band names and say, we're going to do one from, whatever. So we just kind of took some pieces of that and pieced together our own name. We got a lot of pushback initially. Everyone's like, nobody's going to know who you are, whatever. But after about a year, it really, really started to catch on, and that's who we are.
Surprise. That is amazing. Truly huge. Hey, what is I think I'm already going to know this, but I got to ask it anyhow. What is your favorite personal genre of music that you like to listen to, Aaron, when you're not listening to polkas?
When I'm not listening to polkas, it's hands down old school country music. Okay. There's a lot of songs in polkas that I like the original versions on, and just outside of that, it's just I find myself listening to that a lot, especially because that's where you find all the steel guitar, not in today's.
Gotcha. Hey, I got to jump in here. Dad said it's a lot easier to put the kids on stage versus finding a babysitter.
That's right. That's right. He would always say that. Yep.
Oh, it's priceless. Oh, good gosh. Hey, do you sing Polish?
A little bit. I don't sing a lot with the polka band. There's other guys in the band that are far better vocalists than me, so I stick to drumming for the most part. When I do sing Polish, I always make sure to sit down with like a Jerry Tarka or a Dan Matea, because I don't speak the language, but I also don't want to get up there and completely butcher it. So if I'm learning something new, I sit down with somebody and I figure out how to pronounce everything so that it doesn't sound terrible.
Well, I got to tell you this. Hanging out a couple of years back before COVID with Chet Kovakowski and Frida, God rest her soul. Chet, we spent a couple of days with him. It was during a rainout of one of his fires. And he said, hey, we're not going to have the bonfire, but still want you to come out and hang out with us at the house and everything. And we did for a couple of days. Great, great man. But he said, I don't care who it is. If you're trying to sing Polish and you can't, if you don't pronounce all the words, at least you're giving it the old college try. And sure. He hit the nail on the head with that. He really did. So I can appreciate what you're saying. Have you guys went into the studio to record with DVSTA yet?
We have not yet. Some of the stuff that you were playing, so that was recorded live at Pulaski, but we did go and re-record a lot of it. I mean, the drums and stuff like that was live, but a lot of the vocals and horn parts and stuff was recorded in Steve's basement, which we call the Polski Lodge recording studio.
Polski Lodge.
But we have not actually gotten in and done a full studio album. We've discussed it. It might be something we might consider doing here in the future. Just hasn't happened yet.
And it's funny too, because a lot of the bands now say it's real difficult to do the CDs because a lot of people don't have CD players in their cars anymore. If they have a newer car, they have a thumb drive. So a lot of the bands are now just selling it as a thumb drive, or they can purchase it online, the songs online through CD Baby or whatever the case may be. But what a great, Apple iTunes, what a great option to do. And the world that we live in now, it's It's crazy with all of that you can do, the technology. Do you have a favorite band that you have never performed with or played with, but you always wanted to, past or present?
For me, most of them would be the past. Pretty much any era of the Versatones, I would have loved to have gotten to play with Eddie. Yeah. I absolutely love 90s TBC and Dynatones, although nothing again. I mean, all, areas of those bands were great as well. But those are my personal favorites, and would absolutely love to go back in time and be able to play with them.
Gotcha. Let's see here. And I'm going to ask you your biggest crowd that you ever performed in front of. Who was it?
Biggest crowd. There's a couple. I would say St. Stan's in my early days with Dynabrass was still really packing a big tent. So that would be one. The other one, honestly, would be we used to play out in Dingus Day in Buffalo at the Hearthstone Manor.
Oh, yeah.
And that was also a massive crowd. I mean, I think throughout the day they had told us 4,000 or 5,000 people would filter through, and it was always like 500 people in the hall. Granted, not a lot of polka people, but for me, I mean, personally, I've always, as much as I love playing to crowds where everybody knows what you're doing, to me it's all just about as fun to play for a huge crowd like that, where you have no idea who you are, but they're having a great time.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's what Dingus Day is all about. That's like the St. Patrick's Day, which we're going to be having here pretty soon. Everybody's Irish on St. Patrick's Day. They love to go out and drink and have fun and eat food. Well, that's the same thing. And, a lot of the Buffalo Touch, everybody's Polish on Dingus Day. They did a recording like that. So, yep, I know exactly what you're talking about. And Buffalo is the Dingus Day capital of the world, believe it or not. We've got so many venues. We had a lot more pre-COVID, but we have so many venues now that are starting back up again with all the big name bands that are coming into town. I got to ask you this. When you played with the Dynabrass, that was with Jeff Malechko, correct?
Yes.
What was it like playing with Jeff on stage? Because he was another very dynamic powerhouse on the stage as well as off the stage. I love that about you guys too with DVSTA. You don't come off like you're somebody else. You guys are very sincere. When you're playing on stage, you're one person, and when you come off of the stage, everybody in the band is that same person, and that's nice. Sure. It's not like, well, we're here, look at us. And that's a real nice thing that we appreciate in the polka music world, the guys that have been around for a long time.
Sure. It was cool playing with Jeff. When I started, I grew up playing German polka music with my grandpa's band. My dad's band was more of a variety band, and honestly, at the time, like looking back, I kind of took that for granted because we played a lot. I mean, everything: German, Polish, rock music, country music, and I really became a well-rounded drummer doing that. But when I joined Dynabrass, I mean, from a young age, I really wanted to play with a Polish polka band, and really what it was Paul Krivy and the other Paul, the accordion player. The Pauls left at the same time. And Jeff brought my dad and I in, and it was really cool. I mean, it, again, was what I had always wanted to do. Had a great 5 years with that band, and wouldn't trade those years for anything.
Gotcha. How about your most memorable gig on stage?
Most memorable gig?
And it could have been it could have been a huge crowd. It could have been a very small crowd, but you guys were firing on all cylinders, and the band really rocked.
Yeah, there's a few I have in mind. One of them was my first Dynabrass gig, was out in Wisconsin, and that was cool because we were alternating with Polka Family, and Uncle Ralph was playing drums with Polka Family, and that's who got me into Polish polka drumming.
Yeah.
We did Bel Air Days, and Eddie Sr. sang with us. That was awesome. And then with DVSTA, just, USPA has always treated us great. Valentine's Day, we used to play up in Wisconsin for that. And that was kind of our big start, was playing those weekends with Russ and Teresa. And also I do have to mention that was really cool was I'm sure you guys know Jake Fortin.
Oh yeah, very well.
And there were times where, DVSTA couldn't do something, and I would kind of throw together a little pickup band, and we called it the Great Lake Sounds. And there was one case where we did a gig where we featured him on drums. So we had
nice.
him, we had Brian Earl playing a little bit of drums too, kind of give him a break here and there. But I had Jimmy Mack and Andy Pavlak and my dad and myself. And I look back on that really fondly. It was really cool. Jake has more passion and love for this music than about anybody that I know. So.
Yes, he does, and he's tuned in as well over there on YouTube, catching the broadcast. And he said, he sends me texts every once in a while. We exchange phone calls every once in a while. I think probably one of our very first telephone calls, I figured, okay, I'm going to call the guy and be on the phone for 10 minutes. We ended up about an hour and 20 minutes later hanging up. But what a great guy, and he's definitely a talent for sure. And you're right, he loves the music. Hey, with the exception of Dad, you can't use Dad, who did you idolize growing up? And it could either be in polka music or another genre altogether. But who did you idolize musically?
Really, it was mostly polkas because I didn't really get so much into the country music until later in life. But yeah, I mean, outside of my dad and grandpa, which got me into it, I was a huge fan of Eddie. And just from the drumming perspective, I started out listening a lot to Ralph. Johnny Pilch was a big inspiration to me growing up. And then as I kind of went on, I just really latched onto a bunch of different drummers, including yourself, including, Matt Lewandowski, Roger, Mike Medusa, and today probably one of my favorite drummers is Alex Yash. I mean, he's just phenomenal, and
yep.
And I love watching him, and I love getting to share the stage with him too.
Yeah, he's pretty cool, and like I said, we do love the beat. It's nice that Michael Costa and Steve have introduced the young guys to the music as well, and it's phenomenal what is happening on stage with the creativity with those guys, especially with the rhythm section.
Yeah, and it's cool. The last couple of years, we've had the opportunity to alternate with them a few times, and we are again this year. And it's just cool for us because it's a band that we feel like, okay, we need to be on our A game. We need to have the energy, and it's just, I feel like the two bands feed off of each other, and we have a lot of fun with that. And something, it's not set in stone yet, but sounds like late 2025, maybe early 2026, we're looking at doing an all-inclusive trip with the beat and Dinah versus Sticktonaires.
Oh, that would be awesome. We definitely want to make sure that you guys let us know well enough ahead of that, because Jerry and we have been talking about doing an all-inclusive, and I don't know of any polka bands that really have done that, but it's a great concept and a great idea. Hey, you guys are playing out in, I think, Indiana for Dingus Day. Are you not this year?
We are, yeah. So we've been there a few years. Prior to that, Steve and Paul Fuda played in the band there for several years. So basically, we kind of, when that band stopped playing, we basically got thrown in there, and they've been great to us. We've had a great time doing that. We do get calls to come to Buffalo, and somewhere down the road, we would love to do that as well. But it's just been kind of tough right now because we have something so easy for the rest of us. And outside of Buffalo, they do, South Bend does a really nice job with their Dingus Day too. They have a good few halls that operate, and same kind of deal. A lot of people coming through, and we love it. We have a lot of fun.
Wow. Do you have a favorite song that you like to play or sing when you're on stage?
Oh man, I don't know if I could say a favorite song to sing, because I feel like every couple of years I'm, trying to come up with something else, because some certain songs get a little bit old to me. But to play, probably my favorite song to play is Tony Nagy's.
Oh, okay. Okay, nice. Now, I also have to ask you this. Where did you guys get that song, Play a Song I Know?
So that came from the Polkas for Charity album, which was back in the early 2000s. Ted Borzymowski put that together.
Really?
And that was the song that Lenny Gomulka sang on, or one of them. He might have done another one. But yeah, that's where we got that from. It was just recorded. I don't think anybody really else has ever done it live. And in fact, it was funny because one of our first years we were playing, we were alternating with Lenny, and we wanted him to come up and sing that song with us. And he's like, "You got lyrics?" We're like, "Yeah, you sang it." He's like, "Well, I recorded it," and that's the last I ever heard of it.
Yeah.
So it's one that just kind of stuck with us, and we've been playing that one since day one.
Interesting. Great tune. I love it. I love the energy that comes off of the stage off of that. And Nick is definitely a very good frontman as well with the announcing, as well as yourself. Let me also ask you this. Where did you grow up? You haven't always lived in Indiana, have you?
No. So I actually grew up in Frankenmuth, Michigan.
Oh, okay.
And that was really cool. And once I really started to get into the Polish music, or polkas in general and stuff like that. I mean, I just remember I loved the week of the Summer Music Fest, and then the rest of the year was like I was down, I was sad, and I would just get all excited for that to come up, and I'd ride my bike through town and see people hanging out at Tiffany's and stuff like that. And honestly, there was a point in time, the first home we lived in there, where I could actually open up my windows and hear the bands from down at the park playing from my bedroom window. So it was great growing up there. And just the fact that everybody there at least knows what polkas are. So when I was in high school and playing with Dynabrass, it wasn't weird to anybody that I went to school with that I was going on a road trip playing with a polka band on the weekends. It was just like, oh yeah, whatever, polka band, yeah.
That's sweet too. And also, you mentioned Grandpa Marv Herzog, God rest his soul. He used to bring Scrubby and the Dynatones in all the time. Loved when we played underneath the two huge tents that were totally amazing. And then Marv had played. That actually started out as a very, very huge festival and ran for 2 solid weeks with the German-style music and then the Polish-style music. So you got the best of both worlds when you were saying, okay, well, we're a little bit dry here on the Polish side. Let's go listen to some German. And I've always loved German music and Slovenian music, but it was so nice to be able to walk in to the other side and say, hey, we're going to check this out. How long has Marv been gone?
22, just over 22 years.
Wow.
He passed away in December 2002. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, I consider myself just so lucky to have, grown up as his grandson. And I grew up on a tour bus, traveling around with him, and just with the Frankenmuth Music Fest too, being old enough to have the memories of the 2 tents and everything in its prime. I have great memories of the late 90s and early 2000s, and was lucky enough to sit in with a lot of bands there as well. I went up and played some with the Versatones and Polka Family and the Jimmy Sturr Orchestra, and that was just, I was like a little kid in the candy store just going around and playing drums with all these bands. So
wow, good for you. Did you ever imagine that polka music would have taken you to where you are today, Aaron?
Part of me says yes. I always kind of had those visions and dreams. I just didn't know exactly where things were going to go. I would never have imagined the fun that I'm having with this group that I'm having. I mean, these guys, when we started the band, we were all the youngest guy in each prospective band that we were playing with. And we just kind of got together and had a good time. And, I never would have thought that this would happen. And I've had a lot of people tell me, a lot of, prominent musicians tell me, like, just enjoy this because this doesn't last forever.
That's right.
And one day you're going to look back and think, how cool was that? Right. So that's kind of where we are in this moment.
Well, you're talking about the memories that Grandpa and Dad had created years ago in Frankenmuth. You realize that you guys are creating memories of your own that the kids of today are going to look back and say, hey, do you remember DVSTA when they played USPA and Indiana and Chicago and all these different places and festivals? You guys have done Pulaski, haven't you?
Yeah. Yep.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. 1 year you guys played, and there was a tornado or a hurricane warning. Is that correct?
Yeah. So there was a tornado in Pulaski, and that was interesting. I remember they shut everything down at like 9 o'clock at night, and they put everybody at the campgrounds and school buses and took them to the school. And then the next day, so we were supposed to play in the afternoon there, and we got everything set up. And as soon as we got set up, we started hearing like the sirens. The fire department was like, "You guys got to get out of here." So we had no time to do anything, and we're thinking, great, like everything's going to get destroyed, But they buttoned up the tent, and when we came back, we were just by knowing people in Wisconsin. People are just super great and outgoing with this stuff. But we were able to get a hold of a generator because the whole town was still out of power. So we got a generator plugged in, and we started playing before anybody else was able to start. And it was just really cool because as much of a mess as it was, we actually had people coming back into the tent saying, "Hey, we were like packing up our stuff ready to head home, and then we heard music and we decided to stay." So that was as much of a hassle and everything as that was, it was also a fun memory.
Oh, wow. That is great. I'm getting down to the nitty gritty here because I can't believe we've been talking a half an hour already. Tell us a little bit about your day job without divulging the company that you work for. Tell us what you've done, what you do, and how long you've been there.
So I actually got started out for a long time. I actually worked for Jeff Malechko as a day job. He has a heating and cooling company. So I started out in that, and then eventually decided I wanted to get more into a sales kind of role. So I work for an electrical distributor based out of Chicago.
Okay.
And basically do project management and stuff like that for larger projects.
Oh, wow. Well, that's cool. I did ask you about the recordings, and you said, yeah, you're really thinking about doing something possibly this year or next. I'm going to kind of bring it to a close here by asking the two fantastic questions that I love to ask because everybody has experienced a breakdown at some point or another. So can you tell us about your favorite breakdown story?
So that's, it's funny because you just had Chris Hedrich on last week.
Oh, yeah?
And and really we have the same one because I can't think of anything that beats 7 tire blowouts from my experience. But what I will add to that Chris left out was not only do we have all those blowouts, but there is one point where we're stuck on the side of the road, for hours, right? And we decided, well, let's just get out, stretch our legs. So we're like out, like walking around in the weeds and stuff. And we get back in, and later on we realized we had infested the motorhome with ticks.
Oh, you gotta be kidding.
So we had, we figured it out pretty quickly and stuff, but it was just, it just made things even worse, right? Like we're not sleeping because we're all worried about it. And also another little funny bit to that was that, at the time Jeff Malechko was listening to a lot of like Al Hurt and like the kind of like show tune music and stuff like that. Yeah. So I just remember in between tire blowouts, we'd be going down the road and he's got that music blasting and the rest of us are in the back, like clenching our teeth with like bobbling our heads, just waiting for the next one to blow out. And then all of a sudden it would happen.
Oh, like, right, you gotta be kidding me. Holy cow.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting.
That is something else. Now, also, I'm going to ask you a final question, and that is, Aaron, what recommendations, what guidance would you give to someone who wants to get into playing polka music or any kind of music for that fact? What advice would you give them if they wanted to start either playing an instrument, if they wanted to be a singer, or just an entertainer? What advice would Aaron set that person down and give? Now, keep in mind, they have not stepped on stage yet. They're just thinking about it. So what advice would you give?
Really just go for it. I play all different genres, listen to different genres of music because you can pick stuff up in about everything. But for me, yes, I was raised up with the polka music on stage ever since I could walk, but when you go over to the country music side, like that's still pretty new to me. And before I ever played a gig with them, like I had my fiance Amanda listening to me playing because I had never even played the instrument in front of anybody. So like, just, you know, have the confidence in yourself, go for it. And music is in my opinion, one of the healthiest, you know, things you can do. It's a great hobby and great stress reliever. And I think everybody that has the ability should definitely give it a shot.
Wow. Good thoughts on everything. And, you know, we got some drummers in here. I mentioned Roger Malinowski, Stacy Morris from the New Tones. She also does vocals with used to do vocals with the Boys. I'm sure she's going to be doing some vocals with Frankie Lishka and Blue Magic in upcoming. We also have Mr. Johnny Pilch. He is here as well. And also, let's see, I did see some more people popping in here. And that is Hank Mars. Hank Marjahowski, a drummer for Marion Lush for many years, for the Dynatones for many years, and it's really nice seeing these guys and gals. Pete Chacho, another fantastic drummer. So again, Aaron, I want to thank you ever so much for taking the time.
Wait,
what's
you wanted
that?
to ask him about the first song that you played.
Oh, I did.
Did
I already
you?
did.
Because Carolyn sent me a message and said I don't remember hearing that. So
yeah,
I just wanted to make sure that you covered it.
I did ask him, and he said that she had actually stepped away, so she's back now, and that's why she wasn't sleeping. Trust me, I know that for a fact.
Laundry.
And she wasn't drinking.
Always
doing laundry during the interviews. But you know, hey, that's the important thing. We got to have clothes to wear during the week, Aaron. Right. But again, you know. I thank you ever so much from the bottom of my heart. I love you. I love you guys. I love it every time you step on stage. And when you do decide to record, make sure that we get a copy real quick, because we'd love to have that.
Oh, absolutely. And love you guys too. Thank you for having me on. I do want to add one thing real quick, that we, DVSTA, this year, will be playing the farthest east that we've ever gone. Since we've been around, we're playing at Seven Springs Polka Fireworks.
Oh, and nice!
That's another festival, you know, alongside of Frankenmuth. That's just so nostalgic. We're so excited to do it. So if you're out that way and you haven't heard us, or if you have and you like what you hear, please come on out and enjoy Polka Fireworks with us. We're really looking forward to doing that.
Well, Eddie Blazonczyk and the Blazonczyk family have kept Dad's dream alive over at the Springs, and Jerry and I are going to maybe try to sneak out to that sometime this year around the 4th of July weekend. But again, that's great news. Is there anything else that you want to promote besides the upcoming Dingus Day in Indiana and Seven Springs, of course?
Not really. You know, I will say too, we are playing CPA Picnic on June 8th. Those folks over there also just are phenomenal, treat us really well, and we're looking forward to doing that. We are playing the following day. We're playing a picnic out here in Indiana, the Hammond Mohawks, along with the Deep, and then the weekend before Springs, we're also playing at St. Stan's, which will be the first time in quite a while that we've been there. So we got a nice little, you know, we don't play a lot. We only do a handful of things a year because we have a guy in Wisconsin. We've got Nick out in Baltimore. But we try to string together a good, nice little summer block, and we're making it work this year.
Wow, that is great. Hey, Jeff Yash is here. Greg T. Sakowitz is here. You know, again, two phenomenal drummers. Troy Sabatini is here. I didn't see Ralph or Kim log on at all, but again, that's some other folks. And the other Paul that you shared the stage with, he's here. Paul Goodman, who played accordion. Paul Trubish, another guy from out east here that is a fellow drummer. And again, we thank you ever so much for taking the time, and please apologize to your lovely fiance, but we will see you guys. Hey, are you guys heading out next weekend for the Lenny Gomolka and Dynabrass gig? Because I know there's a bus trip. It's going to be run by Emily, I think, right?
Yes, so unfortunately we are not. My niece is having her 4th birthday, so good. That's kind of our thing. Family always comes first, and then polkas and everything else. But we will be out there for the news dance in April.
Oh, good. Very nice. Good. Well, we'll definitely see you then as well. Hey, thanks again, buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, Polkas After Dark, proud to be talking with Aaron Slivinski, the drummer and the leader for the DVSTA. And yes, Jerry's been waiting to do this, so just bear with. Sticktonaires, 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 Dinah versus Sticktonaires. That's the name of the band. Hey, okay, we're so sorry to do that to you, but
Oh, I love it. I'm wearing the shirt too.
I know that's kind of funny because you sent that and I'm there like, okay, well, I used an expletive and then I says, yeah, but you're great. You really are. All right, Aaron, thanks so much. Have yourself a great week. And we've got some more polka music coming your way, folks, with the DVSTA. How about a little bit of Hello, Everybody?
Hello, everybody. We welcome you today. We'll play some polkas just for you in our own special way. Grab your favorite partner and dance across the floor. And when you're down, just clap your hands. We'll play you one more. Yeah. Hello, everybody. It's great to see you all. We're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna have a ball. The squeeze backs are grinding. The trumpets blowing loud. The bass and drums are booming out. But look at what a crowd! Everybody, put on your dancing shoes. Swing and sway across the floor. Chase away the blues. We'll play you some obedience and then a waltz or two. A good old-fashioned honky sound and some new ones too.
Hey, here's a little bit of the Dynatones. Here's Mark on the vocal, one called The Moonshine Aerobatic, and it looks like Mr. Ralph Sabatini has joined the crowd. Hello to you and Kim.
I'm a rambler, I'm a gambler, I'm a long way from home. And if you don't like me, then leave me alone. I'll eat when I'm hungry and I'll drink when I'm dry. If the moonshine don't kill me, then I'll live till I die. I've been a moonshiner for many a year. I've spent all my money on vodka and beer. I'll go to some hollow, set up my still, and I'll make you a gallon for a $10 bill. I'm a rambler, I'm a gambler, I'm a long way from home. And if you don't like me, then leave me alone. I'll eat when I'm hungry and I'll drink when I'm dry. If the moonshine don't kill me, then I'll live till I die. I'll go to some tavern out in the country. With a gallon of moonshine, I'll go on a spree. With women to follow, the world is all mine. And I love none so much as I love the moonshine. I'm a rambler, I'm a gambler, I'm a long way from home. And if you don't like me, then leave me alone. I'll eat when I'm hungry and I'll drink when I'm dry. If the moonshine don't kill me, then I'll live till I die.
tried me. Now bless the moonshiners that drink the moonshine. That smell is so sweet as the dew off the vine. I'm a rambler, I'm a gambler, I'm a long way from home. And if you don't like me, then leave me alone. I'll eat when I'm hungry and I'll drink when I'm dry. If the moonshine don't kill me, then I'll live till I die.
And that's the sound of the Dynatones. And right now, folks, we are going to take caller number 7 for 2 tickets for either Sunday, Easter Sunday, or 2 tickets for Dingus Day Monday, or you can have one of each, whichever you prefer. We're going to take caller number 7 at 716-289-1075. The rules are you must be in the Buffalo area for that weekend to use them, and that is coming up on March the 31st as well as April the 1st. We're going to take caller number 7 at 716-289-1075. Here's the G Notes. And we do have a winner, folks. No more calls. We do have our winner. Thank you. Hey, folks, we do have a winner. No more calls. Thank you. Hey, that's the sound of the G Notes coming to you from Polkas After Dark right here on a Sunday afternoon. Special thanks once again to Aaron Slivinski. What a great interview. I told him we got to get Dad on here for an interview at some point,
That would
too.
be fun.
And that's David, because he's got a lot of stuff that he could be talking about over his many-year career. Let's see, who else do we have in here? We have Jill Cerniak. She is here. Kathy Urbanchik is tuned in. Hello to you. John and Marge Subcheck say happy Sunday. Irene, she says keeps cutting out. Hey, Irene Yarosh, what you may want to do, hun, is go over to our YouTube channel and type in Polkas After Dark into the search, because that usually has a much better quality of audio as well as video. Just go over there. We tell everybody that if you're having issues with the speeding up, slowing down, or if you're getting crackling or something, by all means, please visit us over there at YouTube. And Jerry, I'm going to say just hello to a couple more folks, and then I'll turn it over to you to say hi to some people over there in YouTube land. Mr. Paul Trubish, Gina Gamolka is here. Marianne Brzezinski, hello to you. Also, Judy Crayson is here from Chicago. Val Dingaste. We've got probably, let's see, probably two more, and then we're going to be calling it a day for the event. But we do want to make sure that you guys know about something else. Excuse me. Ooh, that went down the wrong throat, wrong pipe there. Jeez.
What you were doing was breathing. I don't know.
No, it was the, I'm on the middle of a sinus infection, as you can hear. Hey, but we do want to make mention of this. Note on Saturday's broadcast from the Twigs Lounge over there at the M Hotel on March the 30th from 6 to 9 p.m., there's going to be special ticket discounts that will be available, and what you'll do is you'll go over and talk to Val Bukowski, and he'll be able to give you those special discounted tickets for Sunday evening and also for Monday all day for Dingus Day. And we do want to make mention too that Dingus Day tickets are not inclusive of the Pussy Willow bus pass. And of course, rooms and beverages are not included either. That message from Val Bukowski, he wanted us to make sure that we mentioned that. Mm-hmm. And let's see here, who else do we have in the rooms here? Mr. Danny Malloy stopped in. Michael Magden, Jerry Pitt from Michigan, he is here. Mike and Tammy Soich, Lisa Herzog, hello to you, Lisa. Welcome to Polkas After Dark. Hope you enjoyed the interview. Let's see, not only an amazing musician, but truly an amazing son, person, brother, and uncle. That's great.
That's sweet.
Wonder how much he had to pay her to say that, or to type that in. Oh well.
At least $1.380.
I would doubt a little more with inflation. She's a whiz.
$1.389.
Hey, we also have Crystal Romanowski. She's here. Jail, aka Jeff and Gail Franzek. They are here with us. Jean Degener. She is here. Jane Boscovich. Gosh, I haven't seen Jane in many a year from Uniontown, Pennsylvania area. We get a chance to talk to Lisa and Greg Skovranek every once in a while, usually on the weekends here at Polkas After Dark. And we're here on Saturday nights live, and that is from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Although on the 30th, man, I gotta... Boy, I hate to do that.
Doesn't sound like a frog.
Yeah, it's reading. Yeah, I know. Bring it out. We'll have frog's legs for dinner tomorrow.
Ew.
Whoa! I know. I wouldn't do that either. Let's see here. Where was I before?
Marianne Basinski chimed in, and she said that she really enjoyed the interview, and that she grew up with Marv's band, and he is the one that got me started playing drums.
Oh,
so
nice.
That is how she got interested in playing.
And she was with the Polish Peaches for a long time. You know, we need to get a hold of her and bring her on. That would be a great interview as well. You know what we also have to do? We also have to make mention of your upcoming event, which is going to be taking place in June. And I'm just trying to find your little promo here, because I don't see Jerry.
Yet. I need to get off my butt and do the promo.
Yeah, well, you've been making shirts and everything like that for the Dingus Day event, which is going to be a lot of fun. But I will try to find that. In the meantime, say hello to some folks over
I
there.
would like to say hi to Jake Fortin. He is over in YouTube land with Mike Cottonzero and Amy and Nikita, Ashley Torres, Raj Malinowski. Ralph is here. And I know I'm missing people. Carolyn Smith and Danny Roy.
Oh, by the way, Danny Roy was the one who called in
The winner
and got
of
the
the
tickets.
Yes.
What is he taking? One of each? Or
No, he's going to hang out with us on Sunday.
on Sunday? Okay. Well, and they said they might head out to see us on Saturday, too, as a
Yes.
matter of fact, for the March 30th live
It's gonna be
broadcast.
fun.
It sure is.
It's only our second local live broadcast.
Yeah.
Because the
Our first one was
at Pupski.
At Pupski Pub, yes.
Still during COVID time. So
Yes.
this should be a lot more interest. Not that that one wasn't interesting, because that guy crazy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, big time, for sure. I'm looking for that. I can't see it.
It's okay.
But there's a lot of things that we want to be mentioning here and bringing up, which we'll do. And let's see, who else do we have here in YouTube land? Scott, Nighthawk, Wooski, hello to you. Peter, PCM fan. They are going to have a dance in Buffalo, and that is coming up on Dingus Day over at St. Stan's on Fillmore and Peckham, and you want to make sure that you're there at some point during the day. That will be part of the Pussy Willow Pass. However, the passes that we gave away per Mr. Ed Gavran, those do not include the Pussy Willow Pass for the bus. It is just to be able to get admission to that event on April the 1st, featuring none other than Al Pietkowski and his all-star band, PCM polka country musicians, and also going to be entertained by John Gura and Gurale. Let's see here. Melanie Malecki-Volek is here. And also Kenneth J. Michalski, Kenny's son, is here catching us a little bit. And Chris Wanyo. If you joined us last evening, folks, you know that we played a few tunes by Mr. Kenny Michalski and the band The Buffalo Touch. We did also mention that we are going to be doing a very special tribute to Kenny, and that is coming up on March the 23rd, as a matter of fact. That is a Saturday. That is 2 weeks from yesterday, March the 23rd. So you want to make sure that you're here for that. We have folks that are coming out of the woodwork on the my page, sending me a private message with their cell phone number. They want to share some great stories about Kenny Michalski and Carol and the Buffalo Touch at events that they were at. We do want to make sure that you also are able to participate as well. We didn't just open it up to the musicians. We want to open it up to the entire public. So please, if you'd like to do that, we would love to have you. We really, really would.
Even if you just pen a little note and want us to show it on screen, we are able to do that as well.
Yeah.
Some people don't like the star light that people feel getting on camera or talking on voice. So we
Talking
will,
on voice. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Talking on voice. Okay.
That's because I'm drinking water.
Yeah, see, where's Arlene
It's the time
Gavronski
change.
when you need her, huh? Yeah, the time
But
change. There you go.
like a lot of people don't like to be center stage.
In the limelight,
I will
yes.
rephrase that. But if you would like to pen a little note, we will put that up on the screen as well during our tribute to Kenny.
Yeah, that would be great. All right, folks, let's go ahead and bring up Bill Cerniak and Polka Soul. Here's a little song called A Touch of Minor. Hey, there we go. Now take a look at your screen at the lovely Jerry It's Chadwick, right? The last name's Chadwick.
Yes.
Okay, Jerry Chadwick. And you can join Jerry on her brand new show, which is going to be called Ladies Night, a.k.a. Girls, 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 per our producer, Mike Reel. But she's going to be talking live with some of the gals.
Yeah, spend some
in
time
dance.
getting to know the women behind the polka stars.
Yeah.
You know, us girls are always out there supporting our guys as they work really hard on stage, entertaining. And we've got a bunch of stories ourselves. So we're going to talk about what it's like before the gigs, after the gigs, how we met the guys, what we think when they're up there and the other girls are drooling all over our men,
Aw.
our polka stars. Yep.
Oh, that's why I needed that roll of paper towels in the vehicle. Oh,
Yes,
you were drooling all
absolutely.
over me.
Oh,
That's it. I
goodness.
get it.
So you get to hear some of the stories, like how we got here, how we met them, you know, how long we've been involved in polka music, because not all of us are seasoned to the polka world.
Seasoned.
Others have joined because they just fell madly in love with their significant other, and because of that, they are now part of the day-to-day of being supportive and being a musician's wife and or girlfriend.
Yeah, or both.
Or both.
And I love saying the joke. It's how do you know when your girlfriend is getting heavier?
When she fits in your
wife's clothes. Yeah, Polkas After Dark's what you're tuned to here. Hey, let's bring up these guys. They're going to be entertaining at Stolot for you, and that is the local band, the Buffalo Concertina All-Stars. They are also, you saw something that they're going to be out in Arizona, in Phoenix, Arizona, playing for Bonk and Princess this coming weekend. So you want to make sure that if you're out in Arizona, you head on over there. But here's a band called the Buffalo Concertina All-Stars, and here's one called Irene's Polka.
Wyjechałem dzisiaj z domu, jeszcze nie był dzień. Słoneczko dopiero się zjasniło. Moje serce warto było, tak jak zegarek. Przyjechałem do ciebie ręko. Powiedzcie mi, maj ręko, powiedz mi, dziewczę, czy ty jeszcze moja tu przyjechał? Lubiłem przy pierścioneczek złoty i ręko i na zawsze będę ciebie kochał.
Well, hello to Diane Daigle-Kins.
Powiedzcie mi, maj ręko, czy ty kochasz mnie? Czy byś ty mnie nie zamężała? Czy byś ty mi wierną była, tak jak do ciebie? Czy byś ty mnie ręko kochała? Ja cię powiem, chłopcze, szczerze, jak ja cię kocham. Żyć na świecie nie mogę bez ciebie. Jak mnie kochasz tak, jak mówisz, mój kochaneczku, będzie miło twoje tak jak w niebie.
And there's one entitled Irene's Polka. Thank you so much.
Sally called when she got the word. She said, I suppose you heard about Alice. So I jumped to the window and looked outside, but I could hardly believe my eyes as that big limousine pulled out of Alice's drive. Oh, I don't know why she's leaving or where she's gonna go. I guess she's got a reason, but I just don't wanna know. But for 24 years I've been living next door to Alice. Alice? Who the hell is Alice? 24 years waiting for a chance to tell her how I feel and get a second glance. Now I've gotta get used to that living next door to Alice. Alice? Who the hell is Alice? Grew up together, two kids in the park. I carved her initials deep in the bark, me and Alice. Now she walks to the door with her head up high, and just for a moment I caught her eye as a big limousine pulled out of Alice's drive. I don't know why she's leaving or where she's gonna go. I guess she's got a reason, but I just don't wanna know. But for 24 years I've been living next door to Alice. Alice? Who the hell is Alice? 24 years waiting for a chance to tell her how I feel and get a second glance. Now I've gotta get used to not living next door to Alice. Alice? Who the hell is Alice? Sally called back, she asked how I felt. She said, I know how to help get over Alice. Now Alice is gone, but I'm still here. You know I've been waiting 24 years as that big limousine disappeared. I don't know why she's leaving or where she's gonna go. I guess she's got a reason, but I just don't wanna know. But for 24 years I've been living next door to Alice. Alice? Who the hell is Alice? 24 years waiting for a chance to tell her how I feel and get a second glance. Now I've gotta get used to not living next door to Alice. Alice? Who the hell is Alice?
Da-ba-da-ba-dum. Hey, that's the sound of Taj with the Buffalo Touch right here on Polkas After Dark, the Sunday afternoon edition. Don't forget to join us next week, Saturday, as well. And Saturday is from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And then I'm bringing up our interviews, Jerry, because I also want to make sure that I let everybody know who is on next week, Sunday, with the interview. And again, why don't you hit the folks that are in the YouTube chat room and also cover some of those in Facebook.
We have Roger Malinowski and Jake Fortin, Mike Cottonzero with Amy and Nikita, Ralph Sabatini, Carolyn Smith with Danny Roy, lucky winners of the tickets for pre-Dingus Day. And going to say good evening to Jill Turniak. Peter PCM said that was funny. I don't try to be funny. I'm just really stupid, and everybody thinks it's funny.
Yeah.
So we'll just be honest with that. Definitely.
You're not stupid. No, that's a dumb remark. You're not stupid at
I
all.
love you too.
Oh, wow.
So much. So much. Mhm.
Hey, let's make sure
Yep.
that people know about Romo again, too.
Hi, this is Paul Romanowski. If you're looking for good, authentic Polish and Italian sausage, then give me a call at Romo's Catering. We make true, authentic, fresh Polish and smoked Polish kielbasa, as well as mild and spicy Italian sausage. My uncle from Poland taught me how to make the sausage for our family, but now we've taken it a step further and made it available to you. This is true, authentic Polska kielbasa and Italian sausage. All you have to do is give me a call at 704-989-1198. We're always taking orders. You can also email me at paul@romoscatering.com. Thank you, Robin and Jerry, for letting me share this with you and your listeners. If you would like kielbasa, we are taking orders now, and you'll have it in time for Easter, properly shipped to your door. Just call me, 704-989-1198. Thanks.
And you want to make sure that you get a hold of Paul. Email him at paul@romoscatering.com.
Or you can call him.
Oh, go ahead.
Or you can call him
You can
at
call him.
704-989-1198.
Perfect.
Yum.
Hey, next weekend on Sunday, we have the pleasure of going to be chatting with Mr. Brian Schenkus.
Way cool.
Bass guitarist. Gosh, he's played with Happy Louie's band. He's played with Lenny Gomolka, Chicago Push. He's recorded. And he, if you recognize the name, he is with the Polish Newcastle Radio, which we catch him on Saturday afternoons from noon till about 2. And we want to remind you guys that you can check out all of the great people over there on Polish Newcastle Radio all weekend long. I think they still have a Monday evening show, if I'm not mistaken. Hey, we're going to say hello to Gene Retka. And who else is here? Nathan Wojciechowicz. Sorry about that. And let's see here. Oh, Linda Michkowski is tuned in. So hello to you, Linda. Hey, you're tuned to Polkas After Dark, folks. We do really appreciate that. Also, once again, we want to remind you that we will be broadcasting. Jerry and I will be broadcasting live from the M Hotel at the Twigs Lounge, located at 2040 William Street. Or Walden, no. I'm sorry, 2040 Walden in Cheektowaga, New York. I'm thinking of William, but it's Walden. 2040 Walden, and if you want to get a room for that weekend, at least for Easter Sunday and Dingus Day, because there's a great line up there, as you guys know already, and you can give them a call at 716-681-2400. That number again is 716-681-2400. Hey, you did notice some of our interviews that are upcoming too. After Mr. Brian Schenkus, we're going to be talking with Frankie Joe Daigle. And then also Stephen Fuda. Andy Boychuk is joining us. We've got to confirm Mr. Billy Barnes because he has been traveling all over the United States and Canada. And we've got some more people that are going to be letting us know when they can make it. Mr. Jimmy Chainsaw Kaczarski from the PolkaJammerNetwork.org. He, of course, used to play with a lot of great bands, including Stash Galanka and the Chicago Masters, and, of course, Freeze Ride. Daryl Wilton's going to be joining us from the New Brass Express, and we just have a lot of great tunes coming up here, like this one, for example. Here is one Eddie Blazonczyk and the Versatones going to send it out to Tommy Hoke down in Uniontown, Pennsylvania. He gets a chance to tune in when he can, but he listens to a lot of the archives over there on YouTube. Here's one called Love 'Em and Leave 'Em Polka. Well, hello, Mr. Lindner in Florida. Also, Donna Zielinski is here from Niagara Falls. And it looks like Julie Cherniak is joining us, too. See, the J's kind of got throwing me off there.
Joni from Chicago, she's found another man. I can't even kiss her now, can't even hold her hand. Every time I see her now, she's with some other guy. I guess I'm just a loser with teardrops in my eyes. Love 'em and leave 'em, kiss 'em, deceive 'em. That used to be my motto one time. till my loving Joni left me so lonely. Now I've got these teardrops in my eyes. I used to run around a lot when Joni was my girl. I would flirt with every gal I'd meet throughout the world. I used to be a killer with the women, me oh my. But now I'm just a loser with teardrops in my eyes. Love 'em and leave 'em, kiss 'em, deceive 'em. That used to be my motto one time. Till my loving Joni left me so lonely. Now I've got these teardrops in my eyes. I used to slay the pretty gals from Maine to Illinois. Everybody used to call me Polish lover boy. There've been so many pretty eyes I filled with bitter tears when I was known as lover boy throughout my swinging years. Love 'em and leave 'em, kiss 'em, deceive 'em. That used to be my motto one time. Till my loving Joni left me so lonely. Now I've got these teardrops in my eyes.
A little bit of EBV off of that live and kickin' recording from Seven Springs many moons ago. Hey, we've got a song coming up for you, Jackie LeBaron and the Classics. Don't forget, Jackie is also going to be part of this thing right up here, which you're seeing at the M Hotel. You've got Sunday evening, March the 31st, with Lenny Gomolka's Chicago Push and our local band, Seven, from the Buffalo area, Seven Polka Band. And then also on Monday, you're going to be entertained by John Stevens, a.k.a. Double Shot, in the afternoon at the pool party. You just saw some pictures of West of the Mark, and also they're the country band that's going to be performing out by the pool as well in the evening. And also, let's see, Flipside. Flipside is going to be the rock and roll band. And then who else do we have, Jerry, in the hall on Monday, Dingus Day?
I'm sorry. I was reading.
Oh.
You always do that to me.
Yeah. Okay.
I can only do one thing at a time.
Okay, good. Multitasker. We'll take the check mark out of that box right there. Okie dokie, good name. It's going to be Live Wire from Wisconsin on Monday. And the Dingus Day All-Star Band put together by Eric Bukowski. Val Bukowski is his uncle. And put together a great band with Jackie LeBaron, Jimmy Moteca, let's see here, Dave Walter, Eric Bukowski, Mr. Pete Perucki, and myself. We're going to be taking the stage in the evening, alternating with the Live Wire Band. That's going to be a lot of fun. But here we go.
Wait, I just heard a rumor.
Uh-oh, what rumor?
That Alex Yash is going to be playing with John Stevens on Dingus Day.
No, who said that?
Jilly.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
No, she doesn't know anything. She's not going to
She
be here,
knows
is she?
everything.
Oh, she's coming in on Friday, I think, on Good Friday, if I'm not mistaken.
Maybe.
Yeah.
She did say that she's looking forward to the Kenny Mahalski tribute, that it makes her heart a little happier knowing how much he is appreciated. And I agree with that, Jill.
And Jill,
100%.
you are welcome to make sure that you just send us your number. I know we have it, but send us your number in a private message on my page. And we are going to have a lot of folks that are going to be telling some stories about Uncle Kenny Machelski, whom we lost on the 6th. Just a few days ago. We are so saddened by that. Kenny, you don't even have to say anything about him. Everybody knows Kenny. Look at the accolades that people have given him on Facebook, and that'll tell you a lot. Hey, here is Jackie Libera on the vocal. Here's one called Take My Hand Forever.
When I first saw you, I thought I'd lose my mind. Darling, I love you until the end of time. Darling, I love you until the end of time. You're the only one who means so much to me. Take my hand forever, our love will always be. Take my hand forever, our love will always be. Loving you is like having my dreams come true. Hold me close, darling, I want to be with you. Hold me close, darling, I want to be with you. Now's the time for us to let our lives together. Hand in hand and live in love forever. To walk hand in hand and live in love forever.
Oh, Jackie Libera and a little bit of the classics right there. Polkas After Dark is what you're tuned to. We are going to be saying a fond farewell for the weekend, and we wish everybody a very pleasant week coming up. Don't forget, you can join us on Saturday at 7 p.m. We'll be here 7 p.m. to 9 Eastern Time. I was going to say Eastern Standard, but we're now in Daylight Savings Time, which discombobulated a whole bunch of stuff.
Did you know that there are 2 states that don't follow that?
I think they are, let's see, what are they? They are farming states, right?
One is Arizona.
Okay, well, there are no farms in Arizona, I don't think.
I think it was Texas was the other one.
Oh, okay.
But I had heard that on the radio today.
I don't know why we do that anyhow. Hey, speaking of, I don't know why we do this. Hey, we want to let you guys know about another big shindig that's going on for Easter Sunday and Dingus Day, and that is Frankie Lishka and the Blue Magic. They're going to be coming into town for Easter Sunday, as well as the Dynabrass, and it's going to be a twofer because you're going to be able to hang out with them on Easter Sunday, and also Dingus Day over at Potts Banquet Hall at 41 South Rossler. over there in Cheektowaga, New York, in the plaza. Everybody knows where that's at. So you want to make sure and get a chance. If you haven't heard Frankie Lishka and the Blue Magic yet, you definitely have to go out and catch them. And also the Dynabrass, because they're going to be coming out with a new release, a couple of tunes in the not too distant future. Hey, here's a song by TBC. Here's one called Sat on a Cow Polka.
Jak na wojnie było, bili bolszewików, że aż się
Okay, thank you, Donna, and thank you, Helena. They both came in with Hawaii, and congratulations, you get a round-trip airfare to Hawaii. You have to leave on a Monday and come back on the Tuesday. It's going to be a quick trip.
Jak tyle zostałem, wszyscy poszli na prąd, jak tyle zostałem.
Hey folks, we are going to bid you a fond farewell, as I mentioned before. Polkas After Dark, we will be here next week, Saturday, and then next week, Sunday, Brian Shankus from the Polish Newcastle Radio joins us to talk about his musical career, dating back with Happy Louie and Yolcha and the guys, and then also Lenny Gomolka and Chicago Push. Hey, we always say this around this time. If you've been listening in your car,
thanks for the ride.
We appreciate you, and thank you ever so much. We're going to close it out right now with a tune by the Buffalo Touch, Ricky Pianowski on the vocal. Here's one called Karolinka. Oh, actually, it is the Krakowiak instrumental. Hey folks, one last time here, let's give away a set of tickets for Easter Sunday or Dingus Day Monday over at the M Hotel. We're going to take caller number 3 this time, 716-289-1075. That number again is 716-289-1075. We're going to take caller number 3 for a pair of tickets at the M Hotel, Val Bukowski's deal. Hey, Marlene and Tim Rohal are the winners of the tickets right here, so that's great. For which one are they taking, Jerry?
At least one of us does.
Are they taking Sunday
They're
or Monday?
coming Monday.
Monday, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're getting the list together for Mr. Val Bukowski. Hey, we did say that we were going to play a song by the Buffalo Touch featuring Ricky Pianowski. I know it is 7 o'clock, but you know what? We're going to play it anyhow. Here's Ricky. Here's the Karolinka Polka.
Poszła Karolinka do Gogolina, a karliczek za nią z flaszeczką wina. A karliczek za nią flaszeczką wina. Wróćcie Karolinka, bo jadą goście. Wróćcie Karolinka, bo jadą goście. Już ja się nie wrócę, bo już na moście. Już ja się nie wrócę, bo już na moście. Karolinka do Gogolina, a karliczek za nią z flaszeczką